Yesterday, big tragedy. 2 Israeli diplomats were killed by a person who started screaming pro-Palestine. This is the guy that did the shooting. I believe that's him. There he is again. And who carried out the brutal attack on Washington. This is him talking right here. They got him. So he shot and killed 2 people.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
And Hamas. Oh boy. And so, yep, that's my expression as well. So 2 Israeli staff were executed yesterday in Washington, D.C. a day. Just 2 days ago, Hassan Piker hosted a 20,000 person live stream at Bad Empanada. I don't know really who this is. A guy who repeatedly urged his audience to go out and kill Israelis. Very interesting timing. I'm not saying that they caused this to happen, but you know who is saying that? Well, let's go ahead and listen to the clip. All right, here we go.
All of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state. Like, extremists should not be empowered. People who spout prejudice should not be platformed. This is a moment when we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, we've got to stop this because the consequences are deadly. But
it gets better. This was from April 2025. Okay, this is what I said in April 2025. Twitch needs to stop making decisions based off of their radical, like politically motivated moderation team. Like if I was Twitch, I would probably get rid of the entire moderation team. It seems very obvious to me that, and this is what's going to happen by the way. The moderation team is going to get Twitch in trouble because eventually there's going to be a lack of moderation for something that's really bad. Like, I don't know, like some sort of like really bad, like somebody gets killed, like kind of like the Luigi thing, but like maybe a little bit worse than that. It's like political. And I'm just like coming up with an example, right? Like maybe some like terror attack happens or whatever. And if you have people on Twitch that are supporting this, theoretically, every single advertiser is going to leave the platform, and it is going to be an instantaneous apocalypse situation.
all of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. This is insane. I've never seen a sweep like this before in my fucking life. All right, so here's another one right here. This is me talking about it again. Asmongold predicts big problems in Twitch's future if they keep allowing this rhetoric to go unpunished. This was from February 28th, 2025. I'm kind of shocked that this is happening. And I also want to say that this rise in extremism and this rise in extremist rhetoric will eventually be very, very damaging for Twitch. Because eventually somebody will say something, will this be the time? It probably won't be the time. But eventually somebody will say something and it's going to get mainstream attention to a degree that it's going to damage Twitch on a massive level. Because this type of language and rhetoric is extremely distasteful. And I think that average people see this and they find it abhorrent. Yep. And the fact is that if you keep saying stuff like this and you keep doing this, you will eventually, in my opinion, like if I was Amazon and I found out this was happening, I would fire everybody at leadership at Twitch. I would. Because the fact is that the people who are leadership at Twitch have allowed this to happen. And they've allowed it to happen for a long time. It's not like this is crazy. There's a pattern of behavior here. And I think that Twitch really needs to look at reining this kind of stuff in. Like, I've said things that were out of pocket before. Yeah, and so, yeah, I've said it before. And, again, and like, I don't know, Twitch in trouble. Because it seems very obvious to me that... One more time. We got to listen to this one more time. This is what's going to happen, by the way. The moderation team is going to get Twitch in trouble. Because eventually there's going to be a lack of moderation for something that's really bad. Like, I don't know, like some sort of like really bad, like somebody gets killed, like kind of like the Luigi thing, but like maybe a little bit worse than that. It's like political. And I'm just like coming up with an example, right? Like maybe some like terror attack happens or whatever. And if you have people on Twitch that are... So the fact is that, you know, there are people that call me the Pope of journalism. Why did you do it? I don't know. Hassan tweeted about the CNN video. Oh, I bet he did. He's probably very upset about this because it makes him look bad. I mean, I'm sure he's upset about them blaming him. And it looks bad. It really does. And so I said this shit was going to happen. And again, I told them this was going to happen. I said a 100% chance this is going to happen. And that's what it was. And I don't know what to say, guys. And this is really, really, really bad. And I don't know what to say. And yeah, I bet the shooter strapped us on. Oh, I never said that it was hit. Again, I never blamed, and I am not blaming it on him. That's not what I'm saying. I was saying is that by Twitch allowing this rhetoric on the platform, they opened themselves up to the accusations that, and again, this is people that are openly promoting terrorist organizations. Like Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis, okay? We're not talking about, like, you know, some, you know, political disagreeer. We're talking about literal fucking terrorist orgs. And so there you go. And, dear most humble Zap, there's nothing to brag about here. I didn't listen. Why did it not happen sooner? Unbelievable. I said it was going to be 6 months to a year, and I think I was just about right. And there you go. And it's that simple. If Twitch allows terrorist rhetoric, that just means they support it. Well, it's going to look very, very bad. And the problem is not that it's like I'm going to be honest. I don't think that it's Hassan's fault that this happened. That's crazy. Like, it's not like this guy watched Hassan and then he just immediately went over and said, okay, I'm going to go shoot up this embassy. Right? I don't think that's what happened. Like, this is probably a confluence of events. No, and I'm just being honest, right? Most people get radicalized and they do things, and there's like 50 different fucking things that come together. But the difference is that with Twitch, they don't do anything about it. And so, like, that's the big problem. You said it yesterday. You have the ability to stop something from happening if you don't basically agree with it. Yes, exactly. And so, I mean, how do you know that didn't happen? It's not something that I would say happened. That's outrageous to say that would happen. That's crazy to accuse somebody of that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I would never say that. And so anyway, do a video. We told you. I tried. And listen, I'm going to put it down. All right. If there's anybody from Amazon and or even the executive leadership at Twitch, and you guys really want me to come in and fix this, right? I don't know if it's fixable yet. I actually think this could be it. Like this legitimately could be so damaging it will cause advertisers to leave. I think that a lot of people are massively downplaying how big of a deal it is that you have a named person that is being connected to an active terror attack who has a history of supporting terrorist organizations. This is really, really fucking bad. Extremely fucking bad. And if you think that, like, Twitch and advertisers and people like that, Adpocalypse 2.0, this is going to make the last one look like a joke. Like, if this catches on and gets bigger, and I don't think, again, do you remember whenever the Adpocalypse happened? Do you remember when it happened and I said it wouldn't happen immediately? It would happen maybe like 3 or 4 months in the future because of the way that advertising budgets work. Remember whenever I said that? Remember when I said that? I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page. No? Well, I said basically, so no. Okay, so this is what I had said. And I'll go back and I can repeat myself again. is that advertising contracts and budgets usually happen on a yearly, quarterly, or semester basis, right? Like a 6-month basis. So advertising contracts usually do not immediately get canceled, but they oftentimes do not get renewed. And so I said that whenever the first Twitch adpocalypse happened, and some people are saying there was no adpocalypse, I said, you're right, because you haven't seen it yet, because the ripple hasn't gotten far enough out. Now we see the ripple coming farther out, and you're seeing, think about all of the streamers in the past week that have said that they've lost tons of ad revenue. Like Techie was right, Tectone was right, I was right. It was so obvious, right? This was going to happen. And so, yes, blaming Hassan is basically blaming GTA for violence. I'm not, listen, I'm sure he's going to get mad about this. I'm not blaming Hassan. Period. I'm not. Okay, let's move on. So that's it. It's terrible comparison. Well, what I'm saying, the ADL did, yes, and I'm saying this is what happened. And anyway, my viewers can. You can have what do you think? I have to tell you that what you have to think or whatnot. I'm giving you my opinion. I don't think that it's reasonable to say that, and it's not fair, especially not with any. We don't have any evidence of that yet, right? I mean, it's crazy to say. And so, why are you not? You can really use him as an example every day. Why am I not? Because correlation does not mean causation. That's the reason why. Is that shooting first and asking questions later has gotten me in trouble in the past, and I don't want it to get me in trouble again. And I try to be accurate and correct in what I say, and I try not to draw conclusions before I'm certain of them. And so that's it. And that's really all there is to it. And it's a venomous rhetoric that gets pushed all the time. Yes, of course. Don't you think he's contributing to radicalization? Does Hassan contribute to radicalizing people? Abso-fucking-lutely. 100% he contributes to radicalizing people. Like, without a doubt. And I'm sure that to some extent, so do I. Right? I'm not saying, like, I'm not special. Like, this is the way that a lot of political rhetoric is, right? But, like, the point is that, yes, 100% that happens. When you tweet out the picture of a gun that was used to kill a elected representative as a response to another elected representative, and then you have to delete the tweet, everybody knows why you deleted the tweet. It's because you knew you were going to get in trouble. It's because it was bad. And so that's it. It's not his fault, but he does fan the flames. Yes, exactly. You don't call for violence? I do not call for violence. The only thing I call for is extreme punishment through the legal system. That's what I do call for. And so anyway, that's the difference. You've radicalized me into being more logically inclined. Yes, I've radicalized. What I have done, I am a radicalizing force. I radicalize people towards the truth. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people. But, that's okay, right? And, nobody's going to be perfect. Well, almost nobody. But, and again, I don't like a person normally that sees this and realizes that they were vindicated on this level. People like this usually don't, it affects their ego. Luckily, I am the most humble streamer on the platform. I don't let this affect my ego. I know that this was a pretty easy prediction to make. Anybody could have expected this to happen. And I had mentioned it multiple times over the years. It's not really a big deal, but I just want to say that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And that's where I am. I'm not a wizard. I'm not Nostradamus. But at least I try to look around and see what's happening. Other people close their eyes and they imagine what they want to have happen. That's the difference. That's the reason. Now, 4 eyes and I still can't see? Good one. And, there you go. And, so I don't even think it's that big of a deal that I was right about this, but there you go. And, I'll leave the gamer out of it. Yeah, this is not a gamer thing, but yeah.
But all of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state.
Have you seen that Hassan called you a white supremacist? Which time? You'd have to be more specific. But, I'm sure I've seen it recently. I mean, sure, I don't know, is there a new one in the last day or so? Maybe there has been. And so anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. And Dag Heels, thanks for the 20 gifted subs. I appreciate that. And by the way, I love how, you know, for being a white supremacist, I sure do interact with a lot of brown people, right? Isn't that weird that I make videos supporting brown people regularly and black people regularly, and I have friends with them, and, you know, like, isn't that weird? That's crazy, right? Wow, what are the odds of that? I think I'm not very good at my job. I need to become a better white supremacist, I guess. Yeah, you're horrible at it. I guess so. And anyway, so this is what's happened, and obviously, I want to say, I tried so hard to warn Twitch that this was going to happen. I said, please listen to me. Please listen. Please don't take this bullshit. Asmongold. Oh, man. They all knew the ADL can be ridiculous. The times he's 200% right. Yes, there we go. And the error will leftist call for genocide against Jews, but at the same time call for everybody a Nazi. Funniest thing about this, he gave Hassan the coveted gamer title that Asmongold were proud to be recognized for. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And explain to everyone how much these journalists loved him. I guess he's about to find out. Well, do you remember what I said before about how your biggest strength is your biggest weakness? Well, I think this is a great example of that. Hassan has enjoyed a tremendous amount of preferential treatment by the media, and that preferential treatment has increased his image, and it's caused a lot more mainstream media to get attention on him. And now he's reaping the consequences of that with people naming him as a radicalizing force after a terrorist attack. And that's what happens. And again, that's duh, that's the way it goes. And this is wild, honestly. It's not wild to me. It's exactly what happened. And I can read this here. This is what happened. And so 2 staff members from the Embassy of Israel were fatally shot outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in D.C. The suspect, identified as a 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago, shouted "Free Palestine" after shooting and during the arrest. Yes, I'm sure everybody in Palestine, this is really going to help them. And shooting 2 random young people that work at an embassy. And authorities are investigating the possible motives, including terrorism and anti-Semitism. So we'll go ahead and we'll look into this individual and see if there's any information about this at all. And yeah, let's see here. The judge got arrested for helping illegals avoid ICE. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, but not yet. And anyway, as Hispanic born in Chicago, he was completely radicalized by socialism and Islamic propaganda. His profile flags. Profile flags Islamic countries, and his beliefs were that of Hamas. I can confirm he was a Twitch user. There's no way. There's no... Dude. There is no way. Oh, God. Do you want to know what the best plot twist would be? Is if he was banned in Hassan's chat and he was a tier 3 sub in mine. That would be the craziest plot twist that you could possibly see. Yeah, I mean, by the way, that would definitely be the most, it'd be funny. Yeah. And anyway, let's see here. Domestic terrorists hunting Jews last night. Let's see if we can find it. Do you think I can confirm he was a Twitch user? How do we know about this? Richie Torres was going off on Amazon policy earlier this year. It was creating terrorists. Yep, Richie was right. And I don't doubt it. Can he post evidence? Yeah, let's see the evidence. How can you confirm he was a Twitch user? We're not really sure. And I don't know. Yeah, I want to see the evidence. I want to find it. I mean, former Twitter accounts of the shooter in the news. This is his web archive. He changed his handle to Kyle Leather and someone else registered it. There's that as well of his Elias account. So then we've already found a bunch of information about this at all. And needs to get his username? No, and that's what we need to find. And I'm sure that the internet can find it faster than since you misposted. What evidence of him not owning that account since then? Archived tweets. Seems like the same commie terrorism supporting dipshit as the Kyle Leather. The name change is only part of the Elias account. I don't think that we have enough evidence to really say that for sure, but check his username in chat. Well, I mean, we would have probably already done that, right? I mean, that's clearly not it. So someone says username was the same as his Twitter name. Well, let's go ahead and find out. /user Elias. It looks like no user matches that login. Let me make sure that I actually typed it the right way. Yeah, I did. Okay, so, and then we have another one, Kylo Leather Twitter name. Sure, we're gonna put that one in there too. And user, so somebody created the account 39 minutes ago. And so obviously a memer, you know, a jokester, a trickster. And so, you know, clever, right? Very clever, but not exactly there. Not real. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can see the creation date. So, nice try, though. If you want to do something like that to frame somebody, next thing, if you want to do that next time, buy an account and then get a name change and request a name change from Twitch. And that way you can maintain the creation date of the account while also maintaining the history of the account. And so if you want to frame somebody better next time, that's my advice. So there you go. But either way, I do think this will be a huge moment for Twitch. And so ADL has an anti-gamer agenda, clearly. And so this is what's happened, is that basically, I've said this was going to happen now for months, and it has finally happened. I said that there would be a terrorist attack and there would be a terror event or something bad would happen, and it would get blamed on Twitch because Twitch has allowed radicalism and extremism like this on the platform to exist now for years. And so anyway, don't you think this will make more people watch them? Well, it will, and those people will be the people that run the advertising companies, and they'll watch them, and then they will probably stop advertising. This is probably going to cause more damage to Twitch's advertising than anything has previously. That's it. It was tipping now. Yeah, I said it was going to happen. And there you go. And Sam responded. No, I'm sure he did respond. I mean, definitely he did. But let me see what... I will look at what he said, and we'll see what he said. Let me go back over and see what the message is. Israel is a, as doesn't know what self-reflection is. This is, so the last previous thing that he retweeted about me was also about me. Let's see here. Israel is an apartheid state doing a live stream genocide. I think it's wrong and dangerous to conflate these heinous actions with Jews. The Apartheid Defense League doesn't because they think they can improve Israel's standing by silencing its critics. It won't change the truth. This is not really true. The fact is that whenever you openly platform terrorism, you say that you don't have a problem with terrorist organizations that want to kill Jewish people. This is going to increase the rhetoric. This does turn up the temperature of the rhetoric. That's what happens. I mean, it's, again, for somebody to blame Hassan is unfair, but for somebody to say that Hassan has not been a radicalizing force in causing these people to be more extreme, I think you're being delusional. That's it. Not even condemning the guy. Yeah, exactly, right? Not even condemning him. And so, anyway... And so, do you think Twitch will forbid politics streams on a platform? There's a chance that could happen, for sure. Watch Twitch ban you out of frustration. How correct your prediction was? I did. And do you think there will be bleed over into Amazon sales and their advertisements? No, not at all. I don't think it's going to affect them in any capacity whatsoever. And that's it. And do you think if the media does pull Twitch into the mix further, Amazon would attempt to sell Twitch on top of ad losses? No. I think that what will happen at Twitch, this is what will happen. Two outcomes will probably happen. Number one, the most likely outcome is that Twitch will continue to run Amazon will continue to run Twitch at a loss as they have before, because it focuses, it's a loss leader for their other products, right? And so that's one thing. There's another option where, in terms of like what happens at Twitch, that's what I think is going to happen, like with Twitch in general. I don't think they're going to sell it because of this. I don't think so, at least not yet. And so the next thing that's going to happen is that either Twitch is going to have to put out a statement about this, or they're going to have to address in one way or another. And the problem is that Twitch has been infected so deeply with the rot of these people that it's almost impossible for them to get rid of it without severing the entire limb, which is what I said with Twitch banning politics completely. It's because how can they define what politics is when you have people that think that this isn't politics, even though it's happening, right? It's impossible for them to be able to do that. If I was Twitch I mean, I'll tell you, I would do things very differently. I'll say that. Will you go back to gaming if politics are banned? I don't know. I don't think they're going to ban politics. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is that there is, I'm not even going to say a high probability, but I would think it's possible that you could see major executive leadership changes at Twitch if the advertising goes down as massively as I think it will. That's probably what's going to happen. And I could see the entire executive leadership getting banned and then them being even more draconian and even more extreme with the rules, which will make the website worse overall. Do you think Twitch is finally cooked? I think that this will be a really, really bad moment for Twitch. This is going to be like an insanely, like extremely bad moment for Twitch.